Hello and welcome. We're at the track covering the sport of kings. Coming up, the rising sprinter Peking Cruz goes for a fourth straight win at Caymanas Park, where a freak accident claims the life of veteran jockey Vasil Najir. A first ever triple dead heat at TNT Santa Rosa Park, and making the headlines in our international segment, the Barbadian jockey Patrick Husbands and the brilliant filly Enable in France. First to Caymanas Park in Jamaica. 6 runners in Saturday's richest event. The 3-year-old and up open allowance over 5.5 furlongs. Sarah Lee, the 5-2 second favourite. 2 Wong Don at 9-2. Number 4, horse of the year, She's a Man-Eater's younger brother, without exception, a 7-2 bet. And the hot favourite, Peking Cruz, on a 3-race winning streak going in. In-form jockey Dick Cardenas aboard for trainer Richard Azan. In the comebox, Brand Spuddy Rickman.
They're off for the sprint. Peking Cruz wasn't the best away. Bimini comes away running fast, gets that lead without exception. Sarah Lee, Disability Charm and Peking Cruz, they all form a line across the track as they head toward the half mile. Wong Don is the only one left a bit out of touch, but only 4 lengths off that lead, as Peking Cruz has now dashed to the front on the run, passing the 7/16 and slips away by 2 or more. Without exception, just ahead of Disability Charm. Wong Don is a length further back. Sarah Lee runs the rail and saves ground all the time, and Bimini trails the field as they leave the 5/16, and it is Peking Cruz. Cardenas motionless as they come into the lane, and Peking Cruz continues to lead comfortably without exception, now sent in hot pursuit, and Cardenas becomes a busy man as Peking Cruz will have to thwart the attention of without exception. Sarah Lee is over on the rail with Disability Charm drifting off it, but it is Peking Cruz and Dick Cardenas. They arrive at the 16th pole with a 3-length lead without exception, and Omar Walker working hard, but Peking Cruz comes away. Dick Cardenas has a triple.
One of 5 winners on Saturday's card for jockey Cardenas, the 2-5 favourite Peking Cruz, making it 4 wins in a row. Challenged in deep stretch by without exception, but scores by 3/4 of a length, clocking 1 minute 05.20 seconds for 5.5 furlongs for trainer Richard Azan, who part owns the 3-year-old gelding with Milad Sadie. Still in Jamaica, and that tragic story now of the death of veteran jockey Vasil Najir at age 65, following injuries he suffered when he was struck by a loose horse here at Caymanas Park. Najir's time race riding spanned 6 decades. His first win, Gold Spoon, in July 1967, and his last 50 years later, Ras Emanuel, in August 2017, as he compiled 278 career wins before his death in hospital on Monday the 8th of October, 12 days after head injuries he suffered on September's last midweek card. At this spot, just moments after, though off duty, assisting in getting the horse Perfect Asset off the racetrack, the 5-year-old mare had thrown her jockey and bolted prior to the start of the 6th race. But the fractious horse, after finding her way into this narrow pathway leading into the stands, lashed out at Najir, leaving him with severe head injuries. He was taken by ambulance to hospital, but did not recover, even after surgery. Jollyman, as he was affectionately called, was featured in the August 10, 2017 At the Track edition, when we highlighted what is now his final race riding triumph, and even at age 64 at the time, he was convinced he had more wins in him.
It's a pleasure for riding, for me. It's my passion. I love to do this. And, I hope to continue for another 20 years or more.
What has kept you going so long?
I try to be, I've got a good wife also. She takes very good care of me. She knows how to fix my food, stuff like that. Yeah, so she helps keep me going. And I know all the bushes out there that is good for me, to keep me clean, chondritin for my joints and all of that, for keeping me up. So I'm flexible. Yeehaw.
Gone, but definitely not forgotten. Jockey Vasil Najir. A couple of races now to present from TNT's Santa Rosa Park, starting with the main event on a sloppy track, the 3-year-old and over 6th race for horses rated 80 to 60. Commentator Nick Chady picks them up, approaching the home stretch.
Skyler leads the way here, approaching the corner pole, and 20 outside. Here's Blind Date to join her. Blind Date and Skyler now heads apart for the lead as they turn for home. Fast and Furious has the rail running, and coming up there to an inside opening, followed by Reggae Rhythm, who's closing from the next spot, and sees our country. Blind Date takes the lead and squirts away. Blind Date opens up on the field here, and Blind Date is gone. Blind Date and Brian Boudram sing, yeah.
Blind Date winless in his last 4 starts, finishes fast down the home stretch and scores easily by 4 lengths under 4-time champion jockey Budram Singh at 5-1 odds for champion trainer John O'Brien, clocking 121.56 for owner PT Racing. Half an hour later, something never before seen in TNT racing history, a tremendously close finish in the 8th race. The photo finish cameras cannot separate the first 3 finishers.
Dancing Deputy's running a big one too. Well as Free Passage on the outside. Here they come, and she is a lady as well. 5 across the track here. It is Free Passage. It is Nabawi. Lombard Street is their driving finish. It's going to be close. Oh! 3 heads on the wire. We would leave it to the judges.
Nick Chady's called perfect and as accurate as it could be. 3 heads on the wire, leaving it to the judges, he said. Coming to the finish, 2012 Derby winner, Free Passage in the middle, Nabawi on the inside, and she's a lady finishing rapidly on the outside. These 3 in a dead heat to share the win, 4th and 5th Lombard Street and Dancing Deputy within just about a length in a spectacular 5-horse finish. And how about this? Jockeys Jody Arno, David Butcher and Dylan Kellewan, all winners, along with trainers Harry Singh, Terence Thomas and Glenn Mendez. The 3 winners topping the clock at 123.25 for 6 3/4 furlongs.
To Canada's Woodbine now, where the Barbadian riding ace Patrick Husbands now has 13 added money wins this season, following a terrific victory in the Bunty Lawless Stakes on Thanksgiving Day Monday.
Watch here as Husbands in the yellow silks and cap aboard the 4-1 bet Kingsport loses the lead down the home stretch but fights back for the victory in the Canadian $100,000 event.
Thor's Rocket has raced up to join Kingsport. Red Cabernet is 3.5 behind running now, but it is Alan Garcia and Thor's Rocket in front. In second, Kingsport trying to fight back. It is Thor's Rocket trying to put away Kingsport, and Kingsport comes right back on the inside and goes on to win it. Kingsport narrowly.
I get the best part of the track, you know what I mean, and my horse was handling it good, and the footing was unbelievable. I mean, and I hogged the fence and he was just loving it. But he had a perfect trip, and the other horse put him away and he fight back on, but you know, at the end of the day, horse make jockey, but I'm happy to be here.
Husbands rouses Kingsport to a robust finish to get the win by a neck. The 45-year-old Barbadian with Mount's earnings now for the season of over 3.2 million Canadian dollars. Kingsport clocks 137.84 for the 1-mile trip on turf for trainer Sid Attard.
Finally, one of the world's biggest horse races, the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, served up a stirring finish on Sunday in Paris and a repeat victory for the filly Enable and top jockey Frankie Dettori.
Let's set the finish up for you. Dettori in third, waiting to pounce, but keep an eye on the back of the field. Sea of Class, jockey James Doyle in the yellow silks.
Long way back. Oh, 2 from the back, full of horse, but where will he go? Up the rail goes Nelson, leads from Capri. Frankie Dettori and Enable are poised. The lady in waiting as they head towards the 2 furlong and 400 metre mark. Enable and Capri are the first 2. Then Salu and Tiberian. Sea of Class is making ground through the field. Enable is asked to go and seal the arc. Sea of Class has weaved all the way through with Cloth of Stars to chase, but it's Enable 2 legs clear. Well by Sea of Class, and also Cloth of Stars are closing down. Enable, Sea of Class is still coming. Enable and Sea of Class.
6 arc wins now for the brilliant jockey Frankie Dettori. A truly great filly Enable overcomes injury setbacks this season to become the first British trained horse to win 2 arcs. She's just a neck in front of another filly, Sea of Class, at the end, and won in a time of 2:29.24 for trainer John Gosden and owner Prince Khalid Abdullah.
We've been at the track covering top stories and exciting races in the Sport of Kings. Next edition to include a review of Jamaica's Cal's Gold Cup. So check us out then.